The main feature of the Steba Power Pizza Maker is its ability to reach 400 degrees according to the manufacturer. But will it really? Will it really reach 400 degrees as Steba claims it will? I decided to test this out using a series of tests, having been inspired by the Swedish YouTuber Mat Geek, who has reviewed the product and run a series of tests. When he measured the temperature on the stone, it barely reached 300 degrees. He managed to get it up to 290 degrees after continuous use. So I decided to do some more elaborate tests to see if it was possible to get the oven up to 400 degrees or not. I did an initial test where I let the oven run at 400 degrees for 40 minutes, and just like Mat Geek, I did not get the stone hotter than 300 degrees, so far below 400. I then reduced the temperature to 250 degrees and I waited 13 minutes until the oven indicated that it had reached set temperature. During this period, it's interesting to note that the active cooling technology, on the other hand, worked very well. The housing never reached over 50 degrees, which means that the housing of the oven is indeed cool to touch. However, at 250 degrees after 13 minutes, the pizza stone was at 225 degrees, so slightly lower than the set temperature. I then turned up the heat to 350 degrees and I waited 17 minutes until the stove indicated that it had reached set temperature. However, when I measured, the pizza stone only measured in at 275 degrees, so well below the set temperature of 350 degrees. For test number 4, I again set the temperature of the oven to 400 degrees, and this time I waited for more than 70 minutes. The active cooling technology still worked pretty well. The housing of the oven stayed between 50 to 60 degrees, so still cool to touch. However, after 70 minutes at 400 degrees, the pizza stone did not reach any temperature higher than 300 degrees. This of course is well below the 400 degrees specified by the manufacturer. I don't think there's any way we can interpret this than that the oven indeed cannot reach any higher temperature than 300 degrees. I don't know if this is a production error for my individual unit, as well as the unit provided to the YouTuber Mat Geek, or if this is a model error and the oven in fact cannot reach any higher temperature than 300 degrees. If this is in fact true, then of course the marketing of this oven is incorrect, since the oven cannot reach 400 degrees. Just to make sure that there wasn't any errors in my measurements, I decided to conduct a 5th test, where I put the pizza stone from the Steba Pizza Maker into my household oven, and I conducted 2 tests. Test number 5 was that I turned the oven to 200 degrees and I waited 22 minutes, and indeed the pizza stone then also reached 200 degrees. In fact, the oven was slightly warmer at 225 degrees. I then increased the temperature of the oven to 300 degrees and I waited for 20 to 24 minutes to test the temperature of the pizza stone again. And when I tested, the temperature of the pizza stone was indeed 300 degrees, which means that my household oven and the Steba Pizza Maker were both able to reach 300 degrees. However, as we've seen before, the Steba Pizza Maker was unable to reach the 400 degrees specified by the manufacturer. I don't know if this is because of a problem with my oven and also the oven provided to the other YouTuber, But I will now write to Steba and I will ask them to figure out why, in fact, the oven that I have is not able to reach 400 degrees as specified. Follow this channel and I'll update you as soon as I get a reply from Steba. Thank you for watching.